Hey guys, Fires51 here, and this video is about the Mike Gartner. Gartner. Pretty sure, I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. Got that little T in there. It's kind of hard for me to pronounce Gartner, but he was watching my in-store footage from my retro hunting, and he saw this game, Tomba. I'm pretty sure what it's called. He let me know that's a really expensive game. That's really hard to find. And it goes for a lot of money. So I went on Google and Wikipedia and I read up about it, and it turns out it's like one of those hidden gems. It's really good, and they didn't make a lot of them, so it's really hard to find. And it's really expensive because of that. So I went back there, and today, and this is Sunday, so I went back there. I knew which store it was, and I thank you a lot for that, Mike. Big thank you for that, because now I know to look for that game. And not only that, but I went back and checked it out too. The game was there. I was a little bit worried the game might not be there because it's been a couple days now. But I found out why the game was probably still there though. And let's check out the video and see why. So as you can see, it's a $30 game they're charging for it. So I'm guessing somehow that half-price books, I guess when they get games, they kind of know, like, which ones are good, which ones are, Tomba, I don't think it's a really popular one to know. I know Final Fantasy games, everyone knows about those. I mean, shit. I mean, if you sell games, Final Fantasy games are popular, especially Final Fantasy VII. You can charge an arm and leg for that, and I shouldn't say get away with it, but you can get a lot better price selling it than any other PlayStation 1 game, pretty much. So, I didn't pick up the game, obviously, because it was $30. It's just not worth it for me. The game looks like a lot of fun. I'm definitely keeping my eye out for it when I go garage sale shopping and when I go to the flea markets. Maybe someone doesn't know that's worth a lot of money and how rare it is. So I'm gonna keep my eye out and try to get that. I didn't get to the other thrift store, or not the other half price bookstore for those other games you mentioned. I wasn't too interested in playing them. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I'm going to play the originals on the PlayStation 1 eventually, so then I might get into it. But, I don't know. It didn't seem up to... I mean, the store was far away, too, and I'm not sure what the prices were for them. And I went on to the, digital press. They got that online rarity guide on there for free to check out. And I used that, and it said it was like a 1 for most of them. So I'm thinking that I'm going to come across it again, So I'm not going to spend like $10 for it, because that's probably what they asked for, was $10 a game. So that's not worth it for me. But when the next time I go out there, I definitely will check it out, and I'm going to show you how much they want for it. Because you think it's a rare game, it's a good game, so I'm sure other people will know how much it was worth, or how much they wanted for it too. But I did pick up one game when I went out to the half-price bookstore, even though it was a freaking 20-minute drive out there. But it was worth it just to see if that game was going to be there. I mean, I'm not going to, be angry about that by any means. It was worth it to go out there just to see how much it cost, or if it was there. But I picked up this Rugrats game for Super Nintendo. Again, Rugrats. It's actually a lot of Rugrats games are made because it was a really popular kids cartoon, and I watched it growing up. I remember watching the first series, the first video. I mean, I watched that. I didn't watch it all the way up to the new versions, but I watched probably the first 5 seasons of Rugrats. I mean, me and my dad's a big cartoon fan too. He watches them, but he'll watch them when I'm watching them, but he won't be watching them. It's funny, he'll say something like when I was a little kid, he's like, why aren't you watching Aladdin? Because I used to have this routine when I come home from school, and one day I wasn't watching Aladdin. Apparently that was one of the cartoons he actually enjoyed watching, so he got a little offended when I have Disney's Aladdin on there watching that. So, but I picked up this one. It's called Scavenger Hunt for Rugrats, and I got it for $3. It's $3. I don't have that many Nintendo 64 games. I'm a little bit worried that it might be a really, really kidsy game, for a 6-year-old. I know most of these games are for kids anyways, but, there's a difference between, someone who can't read video games and playing a video game, and someone who can actually read and understand a little bit of strategy. Those games are a little bit funner to play than a Where's Waldo for Nintendo. It was one of the games I had my aunt bought for me when I was a kid. And I mean, that's a real kidsy game. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to turn out. I'll review it. I'm definitely going to review this game, and You know, that's another thing. I'm gonna start reviewing games pretty soon here. So, but I'm gonna review some games, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this game, whether or not it's actually a kidsy game or if actually you can get some enjoyment out if you're like a cartoon fanatic like I am. So that's all I got to say. Again, a big shout out and thank you to Mike Gartner. I'm horrible at pronouncing names. I watched your video and I tried to see if you're gonna say your name, and I apologize. I know I said it wrong because I said it 3 different times in 3 different ways. So I hope I got at least once. But thanks again. And again, if you see a video or a game I pass up that you think is worth checking out, let me know. And next time I'll go back to it, or the next time I'm out, I'll actually pull it out and show you the price, and you can see whether or not what the price is for it. But I'm really interested because I'm honestly. I don't know any games past like Sega Genesis that are really good. And in the Sega Genesis, I mean, I only know a few of them because I didn't own a Sega Genesis. So my gaming knowledge is not that great, guys. So by all means, if you know some great games, give me a heads up on, do it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video.